Cheetah Hunt is a multi-launch roller coaster located at Busch Gardens Tampa in Tampa Bay, Florida. Is this the best multi-launch roller coaster in Florida? Find out my thoughts in this review. In 2010, Busch Gardens Tampa started work on their next big attraction. Cheetah Hunt was designed by Mark Rose, Vice President of Design and Engineering at Busch Gardens Tampa. Bolliger and Mabillard, among other manufacturers, were considered, but Busch Gardens ultimately chose Intamin to make the attraction. The ride was to have the name Cheetah, but it later changed to Cheetah Hunt after they realized Cheetah is hard to pronounce. Cheetah Hunt opened on May 29th of 2011 to high acclaim from the public. Cheetah Hunt won the second best new roller coaster in 2011 behind New Texas Giant. Starting off the main part of my review, we have the theming and everything before you actually hop on the ride. Cheetah Hunt only offers a little bit of theming, but the station building has some signs about cheetahs. The sign looks nice and offers a grand entry experience. While the parts of theming that Cheetah Hunt does have are good, that is pretty much the extent of the theming. The trains. These trains are similar to the trains found at Maverick at Cedar Point. The restraints aren't the greatest. The hard shoulder restraints don't mind me that much, but the big bar that sits on your lap feels very heavy. My opinion of these restraints was worsened when I got stapled on my third and final ride. The trains look absolutely incredible. I do like the lead car with the cheetah head a lot. The ride experience. Cheetah Hunt starts with a punchy first launch to 30 miles an hour out of the station. If you go into the second train in the station, you will have to wait for the first train to clear part of the layout. So instead of going 5 to 30 miles an hour, you go 0 to 30 miles an hour, which makes the launch better. You also get no warning when you are going to launch, which makes the launch unexpected. If you are looking for a more mild acceleration, go in the first train in the station. I personally prefer the launch in the second train because it is more punchy. Cheetah Hunt then rises into a very mild turn to the left. You then drop down and continue turning until you hit the second launch. In my opinion, this launch is slightly worse than the first launch as it does not offer as good of an acceleration as the first launch. There is a noticeable kick of acceleration halfway down the launch that caught me by surprise on my first ride. Then comes the best element on Cheetah Hunt, the Windcatcher tower. If you sit in the front car, you get sustained flowjector airtime and the 102-foot ascent up the tower. The figure 8 at the top gives great views of the other rides at Busch Gardens. The train picks up some speed and heads down the 130-foot drop. This drop gives okay floater airtime in the front. That is, if you are not stapled. I unfortunately did not ride Cheetah Hunt towards the back, so I cannot tell you if it gives good airtime in the back. Luckily, Busch Gardens Tampa lets riders pick their own row, so you can consistently try the front and back rows. I recommend the second row as it does not have the weight of the front, but gives similar airtime on the Windcatcher tower. You then head into some weirdly placed straight track and an S-hill that probably should give airtime, but doesn't. You then curve to the left, and then rise into Cheetah Hunt's only inversion. This barrel roll gives deceivingly good hang time. You can definitely feel your restraint catch you as your body flips upside down. If you ride in the morning or on a colder day, you will float out of your seat for a solid 2 to 3 seconds. Cheetah Hunt then heads into a midcourse. This does slow you down slightly, but not a whole lot. You then drop gradually into some fun S-bends. These are not very snappy, but they do offer a few moments of laterals. Cheetah Hunt rises to the right and hits the final 40-mile-per-hour launch. This launch is the weakest of the three. Then Cheetah Hunt goes into a camelback that offers pretty good sustained floater airtime. I hadn't watched many POVs of Cheetah Hunt, so this element caught me by surprise. You then head into a scenic S-hill that goes close to some animal exhibits. This element visually is cool, but the actual experience was okay at best. You then have a gradual turn to the left. And the final element of Cheetah Hunt. You guessed it, another S-hill. The up and to the brake one probably should give airtime. Cough cough like Ghost Rider. Like Ghost Rider. But it is unfortunately trimmed. That ends your experience on Cheetah Hunt. Final thoughts. Cheetah Hunt has some good standout moments, but the rest is kind of just okay. The launches are fun and the airtime is good. This ride is still one of the best I've ridden. I've only ridden 34 different roller coasters, so pretty much anything is one of the best I've ridden. Cheetah Hunt is currently my second favorite roller coaster at Busch Gardens Tampa and my 13th favorite roller coaster that I've ridden. If I had to rate this roller coaster out of 10, it would be an 8.25. If there were more standout moments, Cheetah Hunt probably could have reached a 9 or 9.5. What do you think of Cheetah Hunt? Tell me in the comments below. And who knows, if this video does well, expect a lot more roller coaster reviews in the future.